Dennis, first I wanted to ask you, what was it about GI Joe that made you want to be in the movie?
Um, it's a great idea for a film. I mean, I remember GI Joe as a kid from the doll. They didn't even have the term action figure back then. And then there was the animated series, which everybody remembers. So there's a lot of excitement going into making a GI Joe, and it's really the script. It was just a lot of fun. The character was a lot of fun, and this kind of movie I like to see in the summertime. Big action movie that you just sit down and just go on a wild thrill ride.
Let's talk a bit about your character, General Hawk. I mean, how do you see him? What kind of a man or a leader is he?
He's the leader of the Joes. He's a cross between General Patton and James Bond and Hugh Hefner, basically.
That's pretty good. I want to ask you to talk working about Channing because he's taking off now in his career. And what was he like to work with him and the rest of the kids?
He's a great guy. He's a great guy. He's got his head on his shoulders. Really does. He's got a lot of charisma, and he knows how to handle himself. He's going to do fine.
And Stephen Sommers directing, I love the way he's great with action, but at the same time his films are entertaining, they're fun, they have humor to them, which I think is very important. What was he like to work with? Yeah,
that's just why I wanted to work with him, because that always comes through in his movies. They're always have great action, which he knows how to stage. Not many people do. And he's always on the cutting edge, too, of what's available with the technology. But at the same time, he doesn't forget to entertain people at the same time that he's sort of amazing him with all these wild action technological shots. And a lot of things are funny. He's funny.
I think that's very important. What can you tell us about the shoot, for you at least? Where were you, and what was that experience like?
Well, everybody got to go to Prague, which replicated Paris. And I got to be in Downey, California for a couple of weeks. No resentment.
To create that character, where did you take it from? What was already there before, the script, your conversations with Stephen, whatever you thought was good for him? How did you create General Hawk?
It was basically already there in the script. I watched a couple of the animated television shows as well to kind of get a general history of what Hawk Abernathy had been in the past. But yeah, kind of came up with my own version a little bit of it. But Stephen, had it there in the script, and it was really just a lot of fun.
What do you think, Dennis, makes this film different to other action films that come out more or less at the same time of the year?
Well, this is state of the art. It really is. It's 21st century state of the art action movie, and which is like it's a wild thrill ride. You get on and you pins your ears back. It just keeps going and going and going. And certainly there's some other good action movies out there in the summer. There always are, but this is the kind of movie that I like to go to in the summer.
That's interesting because maybe people think this is more for kids, but it's definitely a movie I would like to see and you would like to see. That's kind of my next question. What do you think adults will like about it, and what do you think kids will like about it?
Well, G.I. Joe spans many generations. My generation, which I was a kid growing up in the 60s, and then with the animated television show in the 70s and 80s. And so it's the ideas are already there going in. And there's a lot of people out there. I was surprised at how many people are very opinionated about, what the movie should be and about G.I. Joe. They're really into it. And all I can promise is it's really going to be a lot of fun.
And then obviously the kids, they're gonna enjoy this. The younger people, they're gonna.
It spans several generations.
Yeah, I think you've always made it a point in your career to do completely different things because you really have done practically everything. Is that true? Do you like to change from one role to another and touch completely different genres?
I like to change from one genre to the other as well. It keeps it interesting for me. Keeps me working.
So what convinces you then when someone wants Dennis Quaid in their movie?
Well, I like all kinds of movies as long as they're good. just like the good ones, and it's just gotta interest me on some level. You know, I like to try different types of roles, and I love to be scared going into a role. Like, how am I going to do this? What's the thing? Get your heart pumping and get you motivated.
I think you're absolutely
Keeps
right.
your fire in your belly.
That's true. Thank you, Dennis.
You bet.
Thank you so much, Anthony.